Guess what I'm drinking? All right, getting ready to go live on YouTube, which probably means I'm already live on YouTube. I am. And the chat's open. There we go. Ask me anything here in the chat. Remember a couple of weeks ago, there was somebody here. There was somebody here, and they were like, please don't go, please don't go, please don't go. And I had to go. And then and then I was like, just find me, just message me. And then they messaged me, but they didn't ask me anything. They were just like, you told me to message you. I'm like, yeah, you told me not to go. Did you have a question? And then nothing. Okay. It is not hydrogen water, although that sounds pretty good. It's a quadruple espresso. All right. Hey, welcome aboard. I see people joining us on YouTube. Thanks for being here, YouTube. You can ask me anything in the chat. And also, if you're here on YouTube and you're having even, I'll pitch later. Probably shouldn't pitch. Probably shouldn't pitch like the first thing I do is pitch. Although, hey, why not? If you're here watching on YouTube and you like the content that you see, you're going to love the content that you find in my programs. My easiest program to be a part of is my Inner Circle program. All you have to do is go to prouty.me and spend 15 minutes with me, and then I will decide if you get to come in. I'll decide if you come in. I swing that hammer. Let's talk about LinkedIn and going live to LinkedIn. So let's bring up some notes as we talk about that from the high level strategy. So the question, anybody else using this new whiteboard? I want the old whiteboard back sometimes, and then I want this one other times. Like this is a cool whiteboard for like doing flow charts. This is the new Zoom whiteboard that you're seeing. So like this is cool for like doing this. Like I love that because I make that kind of a diagram all the time. So that makes things easy for me. But then a lot of times I just use this to type a bunch of crap. And I don't know if there's a way to do that. So let's just explore all. Here's a sticky note. I'm going to put a sticky note right here. Sticky note. I don't know. Is this too much? Has Zoom gone too far with this? I wonder. Templates. You can't see what I'm hovering over. I can upload stuff to it. More tools. Oh my gosh. This Zoom has turned into a Lucid competitor. Like you can look at this. You can create a mind map. So here are the considerations for teaching a workshop live on LinkedIn. Let's get rid of these. Okay, so these are the considerations. So the question at hand is, I'm not gonna type the exact question, but for clarity, what should I be thinking about if I want to a live workshop on LinkedIn, to LinkedIn? Gotta, just be very clear. So what should I be thinking about? So the first consideration, the first node of this mind map is going to be the delivery mechanism. You have two different options for your delivery modality. The first is going to be live video. And then the second, can I do it? What's that? Does that take that one away? Maybe that? Yep. Live video or live audio. Okay, so the first thing we need to consider is what's your delivery modality going to be? And it's either going to be live video or live audio. Now, we could also have a recorded that you just upload natively. That's upload natively. So your delivery modality is the first thing we need to think about. Let's have some considerations for each of these. So with recorded video, you would record and upload natively to LinkedIn. And this is going to be the easiest. Okay, this is going to be the easiest approach. Can you tell I'm warming up to this? This is how I would recommend all of, notice I was complaining about this at the beginning. Like I was complaining about this and then I just started clicking around and I found this. And so I just immersed myself in it and I end up liking it. I'm liking this. Okay, so delivery modality, recorded video, you record offline, you can edit, you can add in graphics and features. You can make it exactly how you want it, and then you natively upload it to LinkedIn. This is going to be the easiest approach. Live audio. With live audio, you first have to be a LinkedIn creator. Which just means enable creator mode. I am super pumped up today. I don't know if you guys can tell. I am so pumped up right now. And it's not the quadruple espresso. I just started drinking that. I'm just so pumped up to be with you today. So have a LinkedIn creator. You have to be a LinkedIn creator, so you have to enable creator mode. If you've been with me long enough, I bet you have already. And then you use a LinkedIn live event. LinkedIn live audio event. And so then you would create your audio event in LinkedIn and you could invite your whole following to it. On the day of, you show up just a few minutes early, you start the live event. It all happens right through LinkedIn. And so that's a consideration, is this all happens right inside LinkedIn. So you don't need anything, you don't need any special tools or software or anything. It all happens right within LinkedIn. It is audio only, so you don't have to be camera ready. It acts like a podcast. You could record it. It is recorded. And you could then take that recording and turn it into content by transcribing it. And now you've got that. You can have guests. You can promote your audio. There's so many cool features to this. You can promote people who are in the audience to speak and ask questions, but they'll be audio only as well. So there are lots of cool reasons for doing a LinkedIn audio event. And so it's not the easiest approach because you've got to do it live. So you got to be good live, but it's not hard. So this is the somewhat easy approach. Limitation, you can't share graphics or visuals, right? It's just you and your voice. I don't know if you can tell, I'm talking myself into doing one of these. Like, I think that would be, I have not done these. I did one to test it out, but I like to brand my face, and I can't brand my face doing that, but I think I kind of like the idea of doing it. I think another consideration here, I'll add a note off of this. So another consideration here is have a topic. have your subtopics. Have questions, have common questions queued up. You know where to get those common questions, right? There's my little wink. You know where to get the common questions. So have a main topic, have maybe 3 subtopics, have a bunch of questions queued up, and prepare for conversation with your audience. And then another consideration off of this is now look at spaghetti. You can have co-hosts. You can have co-hosts. Oh, look at that. This is so nice. This YouTube thing, not YouTube, this Zoom thing to make these mind maps. All right. So that covers live audio. And we'll jump into LinkedIn. Let me shut my door. I just heard a kid come home. It is the beginning of spring break in my household. So next week is going to put the FU in fun in my household because it's going to be spring break. Pardon my language. All right. So that's a consideration. LinkedIn live audio. I'm kind of leaning towards that for you. I kind of am right now. Okay. So that's that. So now let's talk about live video to LinkedIn, and let's talk about the considerations for live video. You have to be a LinkedIn creator. So I'll do English the right way. Can't even say it. I'll be grammatically correct here, as I was not in the previous one, the previous node for live audio. You have to be a LinkedIn creator. So enable creator mode. And then you schedule a live video event, just like you would schedule a live audio event. You schedule a live video event. And here is where things get curveball. You cannot go live natively to LinkedIn. In other words, you must use a third-party tool. Darcy right now is sitting there. I'm going to make a prediction. Darcy's here with us today, here on the Zoom. Darcy's like this. He's like, that's right up his alley. He loves this stuff. He's got 18 different ways to go live to LinkedIn. I know, Darcy, I know I got you really pumped up when I said that. So it's so geeked. So you have to use a third-party tool. So let's branch off of that mind map. But guess what? You don't put that in a mind map. But guess what? It's easier than you think. Using the free version of Restream. So restream.io is where you're going to go. You're going to set up a free account on Restream. Thanks for being here, YouTube, everybody on YouTube. Thanks for being here. XYTV is here. I'm going to throw XYTV is like one of the absolute best commenters around. Thanks for being here. Comments on everything I do, sends me the best wishes. You're going to go to restream.io and you're going to sign up for a 100% free account. And then you are going to connect Restream to your LinkedIn. Um, pardon me just one second. I gotta answer an urgent private message. Pardon me just one second. I know you can't see what I'm doing. I'll be right back with you. Okay. So you go to Restream.io, you set up an account on Restream.io, you connect it to LinkedIn, and Restream.io will start your camera, will start your microphone, and will broadcast you live to LinkedIn. And so you can go live to LinkedIn. It takes like 5 minutes to set up. And I am the biggest fan of the open source OBS for broadcasting to LinkedIn, but let's be real here. And Darcy will, I hope will agree. OBS is a nightmare in terms of how complex it is to set up. It's just a nightmare. And Restream, with their free account, you can broadcast simultaneously to 2 channels. Here come my balloons. You can broadcast simultaneously to 2 channels. And so you could go to YouTube and LinkedIn at the same time. And it's easy to use. It's super easy to use. And it's got some really cool features. Like you can put text overlays. If people chat with you, you can put their chat up on the screen. You can put their comment up on the screen. So there is a real lot of benefit to using Restream.io. But you can't go live directly to LinkedIn. So you're going to use Restream or another tool. So you can use the free version of Restream. If you feel like you don't have enough stress in your life, you can use OBS. Just that'll layer on a whole bunch of stress in your life. Or I think StreamYard will do it. There's a bunch of tools that will do it. But seriously, friends and friends on YouTube, the free version of Restream will get you there. Easy peasy. And you just got to set it up. If you're here in the Zoom, I have sent private messages to some of you. Please check those private messages. I got to keep them private. Sorry, everybody, especially because we're on YouTube. Check the chat. If you don't see a private message from me, just go, one day I'll get a private message. All right. So that's super easy to do. And then there's just a lot of knobs that you got to turn to make sure that you got all of this set up right. So you have to set up the event on LinkedIn. You've got to connect Restream to that event. Then at the event time, right at the event time or a minute before, you've got to go a minute before. You go live, and then it's broadcasting live on LinkedIn through Restream. So you can see there's a lot of moving parts here. And I'm not going to joke around when I say this. I don't know. Oh, Eileen, you're here. Did you do this? Oh, okay. Eileen says she's going to begin doing this on Monday. You haven't gone live to LinkedIn yet? I know you were thinking about it. Not yet. Okay. So listen, I'm just going to say this. It's hard, right? It's hard because there's a lot of moving parts. Okay. There's a lot of moving parts to this. But once you get it done the first try, once you get it done the first time, it's really not that bad. Okay, so, I can zoom out. I can't zoom out more. Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so there's your mind map for considerations for going live. So you've got 3 different modalities that you can choose to go live to. Recorded video, live audio, live video. So now we have some other considerations that we need to think about. Anybody on here? Right? How cool is this? How cool is somebody on the Zoom says, that's a great mind map right here in Zoom. This is pretty wild. You guys who have been in for a while, you remember the whole mind map training we did like 2 weeks ago or something? Remind me about that. I have to delay. I was going to re-deliver that class next week, but where it's spring break here next week and the kids are all home, I gotta do it when the kids aren't around. Sometimes there are really weird interruptions that happen. So I got to put that off a week just because I don't want you to have to deal with my kids. I have to deal with my kids like 24 hours a day, and that's a nightmare. I don't even want you to have to deal with them for a minute. Unless you feel like coming and watching them, so I could maybe go out to the beach by myself, but you don't even have to do that. Oh, Eileen, I know you would. You don't even have to say anything, Eileen. I know you would. All right, so there's your modalities, but we got some other stuff we got to think about. We got some other stuff we got to think about, which is there are two really important reasons to deliver a workshop. And this is going to be capturing leads. Okay, so capturing leads is a really big consideration. I don't need the question here anymore. I'll put it up here at the top. Let's do this. Let's play around with this. Let's make me love this even more. I'm going to make this font size bigger, and I'm going to bold it. Format style, bold, and stretch it out. Oh my gosh, look at this, guys. I love the new Zoom. I don't want the old one back. Don't make me have the old one back, Darcy. Okay. Now, the whole point of doing a workshop is to capture leads. So here's the question I don't know the answer to. Can you schedule an event on LinkedIn and have people register in a way where you get their email addresses? I bet the answer to that is I don't know. Oh, sharing, I will close the whiteboard for everyone. Do you want to continue? Now, here's the question. If I share my screen and we go to LinkedIn and we poke around to see if this is true, am I going to lose this? Gosh, I hope not. I hope if I come back to my whiteboard, this will still be here. Okay, I hope it's still going to be here. So let's go to LinkedIn. And let's see what happens when we schedule an event. Don't worry, YouTube. I got you people there. XYTV says, thanks for being here. Does somebody asked a question about cold email still work? John Glenn, you stick around. Stick around. I'll answer that question next. I was just going to make a moon comment. Isn't John Glenn like an astronaut? What if it's the real John Glenn? What if it's the astronaut who's here with us and wants to start marketing with cold email? He's definitely not here then. And may he rest in peace. The other one, not you, John Glenn, that's here that's really here. All right, LinkedIn. Can we create an event? Create an event and have people register for it. So, by the way, this is your tutorial in how to create an event. I started a post here. Okay, it's the dumbest thing. I started a post and then I went down here to the calendar to create an event. There wasn't like a start and create an event. So now I go here. So then you upload a cover image, you go make that in Canva. And can I make it so people have to register for this? Because I don't see anything that makes people register. They can just tell you they're attending. So first we select the format. So you can see, as described earlier, LinkedIn audio event, LinkedIn Live, stream from a third-party tool. Okay, so we got either of those. So let's imagine that you're going to do the LinkedIn Live through the third-party tool. Give it a name. How to do good thing without bad thing happening. You're going to select the time, the date. We'll do this on Monday at 3 p.m. Description: in this workshop, I'm going to teach you how to get good result without this bad thing happening to you. You know, you guys, you inner circle people, you know what I'm doing here, right? That's just the template. You don't write exactly that. You know what to do. Speakers, and you could probably have another speaker come along with you, but we're keeping this nice and easy. So we're going to agree with the event policy, whatever that is, and we're going to make the most of LinkedIn events. Let's see. Invite speakers. Check before you click next. Post it in your feed. Invite attendees. Send out event invitations to your network. So you'll probably get an option to do that once you schedule it. You can share it with your first connections. Then they want you to advertise. Don't advertise until you make sure people want to attend these things. You get one where you get a bunch of people attending, and then you do it again and you advertise it. But we don't have a way for people to register so we can capture their email addresses. And so I'm not the biggest fan of that. So what can we do to get people's email addresses and have them attend? Well, they're kind of telling us right here that we're going to be able to share this event. Okay, it's going to be in your feed. So you're going to be able to share it, which means your event is going to have a URL. It's going to have a link that goes to your event. So what you could do, let's map this out. I'll describe it first, and then we'll map it out. What you could do is you could create this event. I'm creating one for Monday. That's not enough time. So let's imagine I create one for next Friday. Create it, let it be there. Then you could post on all your socials, I'm teaching a workshop on how to get this good thing without this bad thing happening to you. If you'd like to attend, let me know. Comment or DM. And then you say, give me your email. I'm going to send you a link and a time to attend. By the way, it's going to be recorded. I'll send you a replay link as well. So then you're sending this out on LinkedIn, but you're not sending out the promotion of this. This is just a regular organic post. And then you're putting it on Facebook, Instagram as well, if you're on those platforms. And so now you're collecting email addresses of people who are indicating that they want to attend this thing. All you're going to do is send them a link to the event on LinkedIn through their email, but you've captured their email at this point. You have moved people from a system you don't control to a system you do control. And by getting their email, you are now getting behavioral indicators of interest that they're interested in what you do. So you can put them in sequences to get them on calls or to send them more information that helps them. Okay, in the inner circle, we cover those things. It's in the training. So because natively tell me if this is making sense in the Zoom chat, please. And in the YouTube chat. I mean, if you guys in the YouTube chat, this is like the keys to the kingdom here. Is this making sense? I'm looking for a couple more people to tell me it's making sense. I just want to make sure it makes sense. Okay, good. So you've created the event, you have a link for the event, and then you're just going to post natively. You could even use the same image. You can say, hey, I'm teaching this workshop. I'm teaching it live. Don't tell them where you're teaching it. Just say, I'm teaching this workshop live on Friday at 3 p.m. There's also going to be a recording. If you want to attend live or get the recording, let me know. They let you know. DM, give me your email address. Minimum viable, right? Give me your email address. Put it into your CRM. First email that goes out from your CRM is going to be a here's how to attend autoresponder. And it's going to be a link to the LinkedIn event, which you've already created. And so now we've inserted something between the idea and the delivery that captures email addresses from LinkedIn. You can even do this if it's an audio-only event. You can also do this if you're uploading it natively live, or natively. If you're just going to upload it natively, you get their email address and then you send them a link to it. The point here is, I don't believe anyone should be delivering a workshop without capturing the email addresses of people who are interested. So I want you to insert that in between so that we're building your email list and we're getting meetings with those people so that we can then show those people, we can give them a transformation, and then they want to hire us. They want to be a part of what we do. One moment. One moment. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the drawing board. Come on. Oh, did I lose it? Why didn't it save it? Oh, hold on. It looks like something's happening down here, like it's loading something. Did you see that? Boy, that's a real bummer if that happened. I bet you there was something I could probably have done. There's probably something I could have done to have saved it. Ah, I really just expected to go back to this thing and have it there simply because that's how it's always worked, right? Like I've always been able to bop back and forth between this and that. Well, we got it on the recording, so now let's just go back. I just want to make sure that I'm not overwriting it anywhere. Like I don't see it anywhere here. What's this all eyes on me? I wonder what that is. I'll play with that later. I only have one page. It really did get rid of it. Ah, that really is such a bummer. So we'll go back here. Considerations when teaching a workshop live on LinkedIn. Okay, so modalities were over here. I won't go through all of those again. Okay, so we had our modalities from the last time. So then over here, the very first thing this is most important, is capturing emails of attendees. And so as we just discovered through demonstration, we have to insert a mechanism to capture those emails. And that is as simple as one, broadcast content that offers the workshop. Two, DM with interested people. Three, get their email. Four, get their permission to email them. Okay, get permission to email them. Five, put them in an autoresponder. Six, remind them about it often. Seven, send them a replay. And I would send 3 emails on the replay. Oh my gosh, you're going to email them 3 times about it? Yes, I am, because they're not paying that close attention. And you want to remind them often. You want to remind them about the workshop often and send them a "we're getting started" email. Like the moment it's about to start, they want to get an email that says "we're getting started." You'll be surprised how many people show up when you remind them like a minute before you're about to start. How many people are like, "Oh yeah, I'll jump on that thing." Listen, people are distracted. They're scrolling through TikTok, watching people play pranks on each other. They're not thinking about you as much as you wish. So you got to keep reminding them. All right. So we introduce a mechanism that captures it. You can't see the text until I'm done in the bubble. Can you see it now? So you couldn't see that until I clicked away from it. Now you can see it. That's weird. right? Can you see the text now? Yeah, okay. That's weird. I wish you could see me typing it. You used to be able to. All right. So we want to capture the emails. This is leading up to, and then here, stuff we learn in the inner circle to do after this. Rely on YouTube. You guys know what that secret stuff is. It's where, I'll give you a hint. It's where we hide all the money. It's where we hide the money. We hide the money, and in the inner circle, we give you the map to where it is. Okay? So there's your hint there. This is as hard as writing email. So this is easy. Just write the email. As my friend R. Jerome says, I wish all emails were one sentence. He is a business owner who gets a lot of emails. And he says, I wish all emails were one sentence. That's enough feedback. That's enough feedback, right? Okay, so capture emails of attendees. Next, deliver. Deliver the workshop. No matter the modality, deliver the workshop. And I'm going to tell you this from experience. This is from years of experience. Deliver it even if 0 people show up. Deliver it even if 0 people show up. Years ago, I would schedule things and no one would show up. Even if people registered, no one would show up. I'd still deliver it like I had a room full of people. And when I first started doing open Q&As, now we're going years ago. We're like 5 years ago now. There was just one dude that would show up. And for like the first 3 months of me doing this, one dude showed up every Friday. Steve would show up every Friday. And I would talk to him like I was talking to 100 people. And that's the difference. That's the difference that makes the difference. That's you stick with it. A lot of people would have done that for a month and said, pfft. In fact, I have a private client right now who delivers a free weekly thing and gets like 15 people showing up, and they're like ready to give up. They're like, oh, only 15 people show up. I'm like, hey, listen, I went for 3 months with one person showing up. Now, very different now. How you doing over here on YouTube? Ton of people here. All right, good. Thank you. Glad you're here. All right, so then back to this. So deliver it even if 0 people show up. Record. Share the recording. And make sure it's published on LinkedIn. Okay, so record, share the recording, make sure it's published on LinkedIn. And you want something secret? Not really secret, but write a SEO, O stands for optimized, description. So Google will promote your workshop. And in delivery, make an offer. Okay. Make sure you're making an offer in your delivery. In fact, you should make several simple offers all going to the same place. And that place right now should be your calendar. It should that place should be your calendar. And it should be, hey, look, I'm delivering this workshop and I'm giving very general advice because there's a lot of different people here. You're a unique individual. You have unique needs. I'd love to spend some time brainstorming with you to customize this advice directly to your situation. If you hop on a call with me, inside of a few short minutes, I can diagnose what's going on with you and give you some actionable things that you can start doing. And who knows, maybe you'll want to work with me and maybe you won't. Either way, it's cool with me. Okay, so make an offer. And then finally, one more consideration for you. Use the recording everywhere. So what does that mean? That means transcribe. That means turn the transcription into blog articles, newsletters, an ebook. That would be the first thing I would do. Turn it into an ebook, social posts. Okay, so you're going to do that with the transcription. Publish the video. Long form everywhere. And I'll give you one. I have one more thing to tell you about that. Long form everywhere, short form clips on all short form platforms. And if you do an audio only event, same is true for the transcription. Make a video from the audio. I was working with somebody on this just yesterday, where you have a video of just your little waveform of you talking like that. And it's just your voice. So now you've made a video from the audio. And I wish I could do this. I wish I could just go like that. Can I? Let's see. Nope. And then go to publish the video. Okay, so you make a video from the audio, and then you go and you publish long form everywhere, make short clips from it everywhere. Okay, so there's your mind map for delivery. So we have the modalities, and then here's how you make it all happen. The one last thing that I will say about this is during the delivery of the workshop here, I'm going to say this in very open terms. You're going to have to do some thinking on this. Say stuff, make offers that capture email addresses of people who watch the recording on socials. So what do I mean by that? You're going to have people coming across your video in lots of places, and they wouldn't have given you their email address to come across it. They found it through search or through browsing, or somebody recommended it to them. And so you want to have an offer in there that's going to get their email addresses. This could be as simple as, if you'd like a recording of this, here's my connect with me and send me a direct message, and I'll send you a recording of this. Or it could be as sophisticated as, if you would like the companion guide that goes with this workshop, you can go to the link in the description and I will send it to you. And then you have a capture form on your website. And if you don't have a website, you can't do this, of course. But you have a capture form on your website that captures their email. We always, you know the rule. We want to move people from the system we don't control to the system we do control. So everything we calculate, how can I get them to do this? How can I get them? And we're only calculating because we want to serve people. Okay, so there is your delivery mind map in the most overwhelming form possible. And then I will say this, one last point on this. And that is, this is easier than you think. Do it. Just do it. Go and screw up and throw your hand up in the air and say, nothing worked. I don't even know if they could hear me. Nobody asked me anything. One person showed up. Just go and throw your hands up in the air when you screw it up, and then go back and do it again and improve one little thing every single time. And then you will be rolling nice and smooth. Have I answered your question in 44 minutes? Did I answer your question? Really bummed about that whiteboard thing. Look at it. Go on. Go on. John Glenn, I'm going to answer your question in a second. Can I save this? How? I don't know. All eyes on me? What does that mean? 0 people are following you. Stop presenting. What does that even mean? Oh, now I can't turn it off. Close the whiteboard. Comment panel. Could have made comments on it. Stop presenting. I don't know. I don't know what that did. Upload whiteboard content generation with AI companion. No, thank you. I'm all set. Minimap. Oh, that's neat. That kind of that's neat. I have a mini map down here, but no additional pages and nothing to share. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's something to test this weekend for sure. I'm like clicking around. More board, star, this board, lock the board, board history. I've got a little thing that shows board history, but that's just for the board that I'm on right now. Maybe there's something inside this board history that I could play with. Preferences view. I'm just learning. I'll play around with it. Okay, John Glenn is asking me, let's read his exact question. John Glenn says, does cold email still work to find clients? So there are 2 answers to this. Yes, cold email still works with the following conditions. By the way, spoiler, I don't advocate using cold email, but I'm going to tell you it still works. If you did use it, it's going to work. Here are the conditions. Number 1, you have to have an email list of people who are your exact right prospects. Sending cold email to people who, if you're a pizza shop and you send cold email to people who hate pizza, no, cold email is not going to work. Right? It's not. So you have to have an email list of people who are going to be great. If you're buying email lists, I don't even know who the reputable email list dealers are anymore. I'd be very, very cautious with who you buy the list from. So it's got to be a good quality list. It has to be a list that has been vetted and doesn't have emails that bounce. Your open rate should be on cold campaigns. Your open rate should be the standard 25%. If you're getting a good open rate, that's great. What are some other considerations with cold email? You don't want to violate any CAN spam laws. So the CAN-SPAM, the CAN spam laws, sending out cold email. If people have not opted into your list and you start cold emailing them, they're going to hate you. They're going to flag you as spam, and your domain is going to get blocked from emailing. So I would have a throwaway domain if I'm going to do cold email, so that when it is inevitable. It's not an if, it's a when. You're going to get flagged as spam because you're cold emailing people. And then your list has got to be massive. A warm email list of 1,000 people is lucrative. 2,000, 5,000, even better. 13,000, great. But a cold list, you need 20,000, 50,000 names to even make a dent. You can probably plan on a 0.2% conversion overall versus 3% conversion on a warm list. You're looking at a very, very small conversion rate. So that's why we have to have really, really big numbers. So 0.2% times a 20,000 list is going to give you 40 sales. A cold list will work better if you have a low ticket offer, $19, $47, $9. You'll get a pretty good conversion there. I would rather you take the money that you're going to spend on a list. And by the way, if you're scraping to get the list, there's some ethical questions there that we got to be worried about. I would rather you take the time and the money that you would spend on a list and build a system that gives you a warm list as opposed to a cold list. So that means running lead only ads to Facebook and LinkedIn. Start on Facebook and Instagram, it's cheaper, and build your list that way. I got my first 1,000 quality list doing exactly that. And I spent anywhere from $3 to $14 per email address, depending on the targeting, but it works. Yeah, but it works. So I would prefer you not cold email, and I would prefer you roll up your sleeves and do the work to build a warm list, John, Glenn. Okay. As we approach the top of the hour, I will ask you guys to tell me what your biggest takeaway was from our time together today. Friday calls can go in any direction, and that was a fun question to talk about today. Anybody have a takeaway they want to share? I will get this recording into the members area for you because we covered a lot of really deep stuff today. Okay, great, very helpful overview and actions. Good. Great mind mapping for the live events to LinkedIn. I think it's pretty cool. I think that mind map was pretty cool, if I do say so myself. All right, guys, I have a private client Friday check-in call coming up in exactly 4 minutes. I'm going to go say hi to whatever kids are home, get myself a drink of water, and get ready for that. Inner Circle, we are having coffee together at 2 o'clock today. That's in 1 hour's time. And that is on my meeting link. Do you know? Oh, here, hold on. Oh, let's see. Yeah, it's only inner circle people left. I'll put that link in the chat because there are some new people here. So to everyone, there, it's that link that I just put in the chat. It's only I'm looking at the whole list. It's only inner circle people here that are left. So inner circle galvanized. We're having coffee for a half an hour in 1 hour's time on that link. And I'm just going to sit here and let you guys talk about how terrible I am. I would love to hear that. In the meantime, let's shut down the